Hello, this is Roger Bisbee from the Skill Builder channel. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by Ua from Thunder Energy. I think it's best if you tell us about it and then I'll pump the questions at you.
It is basically a compact solar system, a lightweight system that you can just simply hang on your balcony railing, on your garden fences, as well as on your wall. The panels that we designed and produced are 3.5 kilograms each, but they are a bit small compared to traditional solar panels, which are 450 watts per panel. But those traditional panels are about 25 kilos and
Yeah.
it is a bit hard to handle them. But our panels are only 3.5 kilos, as I said, and 180 watts per panel. We offer two type of system at the moment. One is when you combine two of them around one microinverter and then connect the AC cable coming out of that microinverter into the household's energy supply. Or what you can do is to double the system up to 710 watts and then combine four flexible lightweight panels.
Let's talk about the best case scenario, which would be your 4 panel system. How useful is that energy? What can we use it for? Could I run a fridge on it, for example?
We have done research. We have used formal data from European Unions as well as the UK's trusted sources to come up with this production figure, which is actually around 600 kilowatt hour in a year, in a complete year, even if you hang the panels vertically, just like this. And we have also added some production laws. Just we try to be as conservative as possible to have the most accurate number for the customers. This is how much you can power with this solar system on paper again, because as you know, if you produce something during the day, you got to use it at the same time. And at the same time, some of these devices might intake more power
Yeah.
than what our compact solar system can give to the grid. But on paper, this is how much you can use over a whole year. This is how much you can compensate for with these devices. Obviously, in this picture, we also have the battery that we offer to the customers as an add-on because the battery makes the prices a bit higher, obviously,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it is an extra, let's say, 1,000 quid. But the compact systems, for instance, the one we see here, including everything, all the cabling and the panels and microinverter, costs only 649, let's say
Right.
£650, which is
Okay.
way cheaper compared to traditional solar panels. Obviously, you wouldn't expect to power your whole home with this
No,
system,
no.
right?
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah.
like a midpoint between investing way too much into a rooftop system or not having solar at all. On top of that, we have a growing number of people living in flats and balconies. And when you are living in a balcony, actually, you don't have any option to switch to solar, right?
So I see you've got the panels hanging vertically. Would it help if we angled them up towards a 45-degree angle? Would that improve the efficiency?
Of course, yeah, that is always the case. About 35 degrees in the UK, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Yeah. But you reckon that on a cloudy day we're going to get something out of them or not?
We will definitely get some production, but it's the same as other solar
Yeah.
panels out there
Yeah.
in the market.
So the figures you're giving are really probably best case scenario. Yeah. They're typical.
Yeah, this over a year, based on a calculation over a year.
You're not installing these. Your job is selling them, is it, or what?
We also install them in only Greater London because we are based in Victoria. But
Yeah.
outside of London, we ask customers to find certified electricians to connect the ACs. Actually, it's pretty easy, as you also know,
Yeah.
to connect the
Yeah.
AC cable into the fuse support. But because of the regulations, there has to be a competent person, which usually requires an electrician to do that connection.
Yeah. But it seems to me like a very simple plug and play. So that microinverter, there's one microinverter working. Well, it's not a microinverter, is it? It's slightly bigger than
That
that.
is a microinverter.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it?
because
Okay.
yeah,
That will take 4 feeds in then, will it? I didn't realize that you could do that.
exactly.
That's the only limitation. So if we wanted another kit, we could put another 4 panels and another microinverter. And then could we twin those two into one fuse spur?
If you're installing that big of a system, then I would just suggest instead of using microinverter, why don't you use an inverter like Growatt
Okay.
1000 model or something.
Okay, I understand. I think, apart from, like you say, people in flats and so on who want to get some kind of solar energy, I think that there's a lot of use for this in people that are living off grid, or they're stuck somewhere where they just need that power. They may have a garden office, for example, which would be an ideal one, wouldn't it? Rather than running the power down, they'd think, okay, I just need to get a little bit of energy in there. Now, I've got a specific application. I've got an immersion heater. Would it power the immersion heater or not? Would that work for hot water, or would that be too much for it?
I need to check the electrical ratings of the immersion heater.
Yeah, well, it would be about 2 kilowatts, the immersion heater, which is quite a lot, isn't it? That'd be like your kettle.
Yeah, it would, I guess, compensate some of the power that the device is pulling from the grid because of the higher voltage the microinverter is providing.
It looks like an interesting system. And like you say, around the London area, you're quite happy to come out and install it. But beyond that, you'll say to people, find an electrician. I think, quite honestly, people could hang those panels up. They could mount the inverter, and then they could just leave the cable for the electrician to plug in.
Exactly. That is what we write down in our
and the picture you're showing here with the fuse spur, the waterproof cover on the back of the fuse spur, I'm assuming that inside the house there is a socket, so somebody's just drilled through the back of the socket, one cable going through there, and that's it, isn't it? That's all you need. It's a very, very quick job.
Exactly. So in the UK, we usually have in our gardens, so this system has to be on a dedicated radial circuit, which is a limitation, but our regulations say so. And the garden sockets are on a dedicated radial circuit that you can just replace. You can just take out the socket and then install a fuse spur, or you can just install a new dedicated circuit from your consumer board.
I didn't realise. I never knew that it had to be on a dedicated spur. That's interesting, and not so it's not a spur. It's a dedicated feed actually from the consumer board. So yeah, that's fine. So again, a bit of 2.5 cable is plenty for that, isn't it? It wouldn't need any more than that really. So yeah, I mean it seems like a good idea, but I'm not to be the judge. The people that judge these things are our viewers who are not kind. I've got to say, they really like to have a look at this and tear it to bits. So be prepared for a little bit of sharp analysis, if you like, of this. But I think generally it looks like a good job. And as you say, you're developing it, so any feedback you get is useful feedback for you. Yeah,
exactly, from real customers, real people. What I want to show is nice building in North London. The building somehow failed the EPC ratings. They had to get their SAP assessment. Similar to a lot of other buildings in the UK, the roof was not really constructed for solar systems because there's not much space on the roof. The angle is not really right, and also there are 6 flats in this building. And what we have done instead was to install our 700 watt systems on the balconies, which were quite useful, quite suitable for our systems. This flat has our system, this flat has our system, and also there is one more right behind this flat that also has our system. On top of that, we have installed as many solar panels as possible, which allowed the building to pass the necessary targeted emission rates, which is another service actually we started providing because we have learned a lot during the SAP process. We have our own SAP assessors that we work with. And for such buildings and new builds, actually, it makes a lot of sense to use such compact systems instead of compromising from the roof design that you had in your mind, right? It also works quite well with new build apartments. Let's say you have a 8-story, 8-floor apartment, and all the flats looking to the south, and they all have a suitable balcony. And then we will just install these systems all the way from the scratch, from the ground. And it will maybe save a lot of money to developers as well, which is a really interesting angle when you think about it. Because if, for instance, Thunder, we had a chance to design, if we knew where we are hanging the panels, then we will just design the panels accordingly. We will increase the amps, or we will increase the number of cells and then base that on the size and other usage.
If you're letting properties out now with the new regulations and you've got to achieve that energy performance on them in order to let them out, if you need to get it over the line as you did here, then that little bit that you've done is enough to just push it over the line and tick the box. And what people could do is, if they were renting a property, they could set this lot up and then they could take it with them when they moved. It's not installed in quite the same way as panels, so therefore they could just undo the screws, pack the thing up in a removal van, and then set themselves up in their new flat or house or whatever it is. So yeah, I mean, and even to the extent that people might think, okay, I'll use this for a few years and then I'll sell it because I may not need it for my new place or whatever. You know, they may be having a full system in the new place. But it definitely has a lot of applications, I think, especially, as I said, for holiday homes, garden rooms, all sorts of places where people need that bit of power and don't want to go to all the trouble of putting the big panels, or like you say, haven't got the room for them.
So we actually made a really nice calculator in our website. If you go down, a nice savings calculator, and this one is a postcode in London. This is a system you want to use, and I want to hang it to the south or southwest or whichever angle is looking. So my electricity bill is, as you can see, it increased to 2.27 pence per kilowatt hour. I just click on calculate and I get my savings, which means actually this is
nice.
a product, that you can get the return in like 4 years, 5 years.
I like that. I'm going to play with that later on.
I want to do north. I think it's going to be different. Yeah.
Now, if people want information, as I'm sure they will, on your system, we're going to put a link to your website.
For sure. We have also written so many blogs about these topics, and also in frequently asked questions, we try to answer lots.
Okay, well, I wish you luck with it. It sounds like an interesting idea, and it will tick a box for some people. I know that.
It is very nice to meet you as well. Take care. Thank you so much for this call as well.
I'll be very keen to find out what our viewers think of it. As always, put your comments below.